Hello loves, today I'm going to show you how I achieved this look here. Okay, anyway, I just dropped my blow dryer. This thing fell off of it. What I do is that I start brushing from the ends and I just very slowly start going up. So I'm not trying to make it super straight right now because I am going to curl my hair, so really I just want to dry it. I'm going to show you how I do the crown part. This part back here, like my ear going up, and on both sides just kind of pinch it together. It's still damp, okay, and I didn't want it to be too damp, but I wanted it to be damp enough. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the bottom section with this brush, and I'm just going to really dig it in. Use the hot and low setting. I don't know if you saw that, but I just kind of just did that whole motion with it and just kind of held it there for a little while. So if you do that and then you go back and feel it, you can feel that it's hot. You can feel your hair hot. Okay, and the brush itself also has a vent system so that it just goes right through. And it helps to add circulation to the air that's going on in there, and it dries the under part of this a lot faster. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the other side on this side. Here I'm going to, this part here, I'm going to kind of slightly direct it this way. I'm just going to do this straight like this, and then I'm going to pull it this way. Okay, if I was to take this big brush, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to smooth that out with this brush because I feel like I can get a little more tension in there and make it a little more kind of round. Okay, and so for this I am pressing in a little bit harder than I have been on the rest of it because I'm trying to get down to this area here, and as you can see, it's starting to work. Perfect. So see now how it's much straighter, but it still has a little bit of a life in it. And that's really what we wanted from this whole blow drying experience. So next I'm going to show you how to curl your hair, but it has a low, medium, and high, and I like to keep it on just a notch above medium. Just gently, and start right here from my ears, from just right where my ears are. Alright, so I'm just going to take a really big section here. This is half of the bottom. And I'm not even going to do really that close to the scalp. I'm just going to do the last 7 inches. And I'm going to just do them this way. Moving them out that way. So I like to put this little thing down whenever I'm curling my hair, because it keeps it from getting too tangled in there. And so you start from kind of the middle and you start working your way towards the end. I'm gonna have to show you again how I did this. And then you just kind of hold it there for a couple of seconds, especially if you're at a higher setting, you don't want to hold it there for too long at all. Very pretty little curl, and it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be warm to the touch, pretty hot if you keep your fingers there. And so because it's hot, you want it to cool down. So you want to just leave it alone. Don't do anything to it, just let it set. And now you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Like kind of in between my forehead and my eyebrows. And I'm just gonna go all the way back on both sides, kind of with my thumb and my middle finger. And it doesn't have to be super precise, but I just pull one side over just so that I know what hair I'm working on and what hair has already been done. Separate differently. The last section I separated in halves. This one I'm going to separate in thirds. Again, our mission objective here is to get this part really kind of up. So we're gonna just curl that part just straight back, and then we're gonna curl it this way. Just either way you choose is fine. Okay, get to the end, just gently like opening up the clamp as you go, and then going back in, and then as you go in, you're just gonna like curl it back down. It takes a little bit of practice, but if you just think that, like, you know, you're trying to bump this part of your head, you're trying to bump this part of your hair, you know, straight up and down to the back, and then the curl, you're trying to get it to curl down behind your head, so that kind of helps a little bit. So then I release it going up and then starting to the side, turning it to the side, and then that's how I release it. Okay, again, you're gonna let that just cool down. Here, behind the ear, I'm going to start from in here, not leave it on there too long, but again, go to the middle part of the hair, and then I'm going to curl this one away from the face. Okay, and then I'm just gonna leave it right there. Count to maybe about 5, and then I'm going to release it. And this one I'm going to do towards the face. Again, be very careful around your face. Don't burn yourself. I'm going to split this up into 3 sections. All right, so this first section, and I haven't split it into 3 yet, but I could tell that this is a third. So I'm taking the side that curls, that's going to be on this side of my head, and I'm just going to kind of bring it forward, or backwards, and forwards. You can see what I'm doing. I'm over directing it. That's what it's called. And then I'm just going to curl it here. Because I took a bigger section of it, I'm just going to leave it on for just a little bit longer. And for you guys, it's just so you can follow along a little bit easier, I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And we're going to redirect this forward. So go ahead and start the redirection. Get it in there. Okay, and then just choose which way you want it to go. Which I'm feeling it going this way would be okay. I kind of took a big section there, so hopefully. Okay, so now turn it. It's not going to be flat against it, but that's okay. Perfect. probably good. All right, so we're gonna let up this way, upwards, and then to the side after it's cooled with some product. Back to where my part is, and your part should be really easy to find again as we set it pretty well. Okay. And this one, we don't want it to be too, grab it, pull it back, just so you can see what you're doing in the mirror, and then curl it. Okay, so I know it looks kind of funny, but trust me, it's gonna look just fine once it cools down. So I'm gonna let this cool and set for about, I don't know, 3 minutes. Frizz Ease finishing cream in my hand here. Put it on your fingers because you're gonna finger comb through it. So you want your fingers to really smooth this product in, and you want to start from the bottom when you're kind of finger styling it, finger kind of just combing through. Okay, and you're just kind of like working the product in. And see how it just like makes it look like you have so much beautiful body, and that's And so with the palms of your hands, it might still have some product in there. Just gonna slick that on here. Okay, so that was how I did my hair. If you have any questions, go ahead and mention them in the comments below. Thank you so much, you guys rock, and stay tuned for the next episode of how you can look gorgeous for life.